Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Tuesday, January 7th, Nick's frantic search for Sharon. Phyllis and Billy's risky deal. The Young and the Restless YNR spoilers for Tuesday, January 7th, reveal that Victor Newman Eric Braeden will make a vow to Nikki Newman Melody Thomas Scott and try to ease her mind about this whole Ian Ward Ray Wise situation. Nikki will remain on high alert, but Victor will promise he's going to protect her no matter what. Of course, that same vow will go for the rest of the Newman clan as well. Victor will assure Nikki that he won't let Ian cause any more harm, but she'll fret over what Ian is capable of. Nikki will worry about Victor's safety too, but he'll do his best to convince her that everything's going to be fine. Although Ian has more tricks up his sleeve, Victor will make a prediction about being able to handle him. Over with Nick Newman Joshua Morrow, he'll decide he can't just sit around and wait for updates on Sharon Newman's Sharon case whereabouts. Nick will want to be more proactive, so he'll resolve to hunt for Sharon himself. The longer Sharon is missing, the worse things could get for her. That's why Nick will act fast and hope he can get to the bottom of all this before it's too late. While Nick's frantic search is underway, Phyllis Summers Michelle Stafford will have big news for Billy Abbott Jason Thompson. Although Phyllis has gone back and forth on whether she'll team up against Victor, she'll make a firm decision now. Phyllis is on the verge of making a risky deal with Billy, so she may finally go all in on helping him with his Chancellor plot. Since Phyllis has decided to let the cops do their jobs when it comes to the Heather Stevens Vale Bloom investigation, she could use a way to distract herself. However, YNR fans can expect Phyllis to be a bad influence on Billy once the action heats up. Sally Spectra Courtney Hope may have some concerns about this partnership and the trouble that's on the horizon. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will be torn between the good guy Sally wants him to be and the worst impulses that Phyllis brings out. Tuesday's episode of The Young and the Restless promises to be filled with intense moments as Nick embarks on a frantic search for Sharon while Phyllis and Billy strike a deal that could have dire consequences. As drama unfolds in Genoa City, the complex relationships and shifting alliances keep fans on the edge of their seats. Nick's frantic search for Sharon, a race against time. The biggest storyline to watch is Nick Newman's relentless pursuit of Sharon. With tension mounting between them and Sharon's recent behavior growing more erratic, Nick fears the worst. Sharon has been withdrawing, dealing with unresolved trauma and the overwhelming weight of her past. She has found herself sinking into an emotional spiral, and Nick can feel her pulling away. But as Sharon becomes more elusive, Nick's worry intensifies, and he can't shake the feeling that something is terribly wrong. In a desperate attempt to find Sharon, Nick uses every resource at his disposal. He calls her repeatedly, but her phone goes straight to voicemail. He seeks advice from their family and close friends, but no one knows where she is. Sharon's absence only heightens Nick's anxiety, and as the hours pass, he begins to fear that she's in more danger than he realizes. Sharon's mental state has been fragile for some time, and Nick is terrified that she may be slipping into a place where no one can reach her. What's worse, Nick finds himself battling his own doubts and insecurities. He's been hurt before when he couldn't save his other loved ones from their darkest moments, and now he's haunted by the possibility that he might fail Sharon, too. Will he be able to track her down before it's too late, or is Sharon spiraling so far that no one can save her from herself? As the clock ticks down, Nick races to find answers and confront the woman he loves, but it may take a monumental shift in their relationship to bring Sharon back from the brink. Phyllis and Billy's risky deal, power, manipulation, and consequences. Meanwhile, Phyllis Summers and Billy Abbott are up to something that could shake Genoa City to its core. These two have a complicated history, but right now, they're willing to put their differences aside for the sake of a business deal. In a shocking twist, the two form a temporary alliance to tackle a high-stakes opportunity, one that could change the game for both of them. However, as Phyllis and Billy team up, it's clear that their motivations are not entirely aligned. Billy, always the risk-taker, sees this as an opportunity to put the past behind him and focus on his future. He's no stranger to making risky moves, but with Phyllis involved, there's no telling just how far they'll go to achieve their goals. Phyllis, ever the schemer, is playing a dangerous game of her own. Her hunger for control is well known, and now she sees an opening to make power moves that will have lasting consequences. She's using her wits, her connections, and her charm to broker a deal that could propel her to new heights. But Phyllis is no stranger to pushing people to the edge, and if Billy gets in her way, he could be left to pick up the pieces. The duo's partnership raises questions. What's in it for Phyllis? Is she truly working with Billy for mutual benefit, or is she plotting something more sinister? And what does Billy stand to gain from such an alliance? As they weigh the risks and rewards of this deal, they both know that the stakes are high and that one wrong move could destroy everything they've worked for. As the deal takes shape, it's clear that they're both walking a tightrope. If they're not careful, they could fall hard, shifting power dynamics and deeper schemes. While Nick is consumed by his worry for Sharon, and Phyllis and Billy juggle their risky partnership, the episode also explores the shifting power dynamics in Genoa City. Phyllis has never been one to shy away from taking bold steps, and with the deal she's making with Billy, she's positioning herself as a powerful force to be reckoned with. As she works behind the scenes, she'll do whatever it takes to secure her place in the upper echelons of the business world, no matter who gets hurt along the way. Meanwhile, Billy's involvement in this risky business venture will only add to his ongoing personal and professional turmoil. He's already navigating complex relationships with his family and colleagues, and adding Phyllis into the mix only complicates matters further. The question becomes whether Billy can keep his emotions in check or if Phyllis will succeed in manipulating him for her own benefit. As the tension between these two builds, their deal threatens to have far-reaching consequences not only for them but also for others in Genoa City. With Sharon's unraveling mental state and Phyllis and Billy's game of power and manipulation, the quiet undercurrent of chaos grows ever stronger. Each decision made will have a ripple effect that impacts the lives of those around them. The road ahead, what's next for Sharon and Nick? Back with Nick, his search for Sharon takes a more personal turn. As he scours every corner of Genoa City, he's faced with the painful reality of how much his love for her has faltered. His anxiety turns to guilt as he questions his role in Sharon's downward spiral. Did he do enough to support her? Could he have done something different to keep her from falling into this dark place? As his search intensifies, so too does his internal conflict. At what point does love become a burden, and what if he can't save her from herself? As the day unfolds, Nick's search for Sharon reaches a tipping point. Will he find her before she spirals too far? And if he does, can they begin to heal the fractures in their relationship? Or is it too late to salvage their bond? What's coming up? The stakes are rising in The Young and the Restless, and fans can expect the aftermath of Phyllis and Billy's risky deal to have long-lasting consequences. Will Phyllis get the power she craves, or will Billy become her next target? Meanwhile, Nick's frantic search for Sharon only adds to the tension that's building in Genoa City. As he pushes forward in his quest for answers, the emotional fallout of his actions may leave him questioning everything he thought he knew about love, loyalty, and the path forward. As always, The Young and the Restless delivers emotional drama and intense moments, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Don't miss out on the explosive events unfolding in the upcoming episode on Tuesday, January 7th.